Hello and welcome back. Welcome back. Oh man. What happened? Happened last time. Why am I being so slow while I'm typing? You want to know what happened? You want to know what happened? You can't handle what happened. We got fucking all kinds of fucking shitty scenarios happening at one time. Where the second I started yesterday, or roughly the second. Oh, that's supposed to be down. There we go. The second I started, I got World War I declared on me by all my compadres, my colleagues who I had been friends with for quite some time. And I know that my screen is up right now. I'm setting up everything here. There we go. Let's get into it here. They declared, everyone declared war on me. They all declared war on me at the same time. And then they fucking, I set myself up to do what I do best, which is, try to win and beat them all up. Reluctantly, actually. And as I got into it, I fucking hard press won the battle. And then my save corrupted. So, all of that work, all of that beautiful city, all that effort that I put in, that time, energy, love, laughter. What was the other thing that they do? Living. There was living there too that was happening, and it's all gone. It's all gone. And apparently there was a way, I don't know, someone tried to fix it, purple goo in the Discord. But it's just that kind of thing where it's like, you get bonked over the head twice in a row. And it just sucks. It sucks really bad. So, we're here. We are in Fishtantinopol. We are Prontix Fiend. Wait. How do I... Machined. And we have this little meme face because, yeah, that was fucking hilarious what happened to me. Sweet game, bro. Sweet game. So, everything is back in order. We have this guy now. I'm very proud of this guy, Smoking Break. He's there so that when I decide to smoke, I can actually do so without needing to say anything, and I can just do it. And then people can see that little character and be like, oh, he's on a smoke break, and that's why it's muted. Because I'm clever and crafty. And, yeah, but we're here. We've got all the Mevian boys. I think they're Mevian boys and girls. I'm looking for a race here, or a gender. His, okay. Pretty sure they are girls. I've done the check before. As, wait, that's it. Has. I'm looking for any, like, sex-based. Is, okay. He. Her, yes. Ladies and gentlemen. But yes, we're just going to be building up more of the city. I had started out over here. I fixed it all up. I made the city a little better. I think that I like the idea that they have like a tree branch type system, kind of like a Christmas tree shape here. Where there's central passageway through here is like this. And then there's our other entrance over here, which I should probably expand. I can't really do that now with the other building being built there, but I can do it in this direction here. And basically, I've just been trying to make my city organized for the fish boys here, which I like to do. It's my favorite thing to do. We're gonna get this road to go over here. There we go. Let's crack into it. But nothing much has changed other than just growing resources. I think I got rid of all the bread, right? Yep. So we we're taking away my bakery here. And we're actually gonna switch over to just doing herbs and fish. So that we make rations with those. And the way we're doing it is we've got a little bit of slavery. Not too much. Got some Kryptonian slaves here. For some reason it seems to say that they're homeless. That's... Oh, you know why? Because that's set to Kryptonian civilians. No, they're not civilians. And we should be good. There's only 12 of them, so they all should live here. Yep. Do need some more housing up here. But I've been trying to go for like aesthetics more than anything in my city. I don't like how that looks. I might put some houses back here. That way we can have a little bit more. But I'm liking the way this city is looking a lot more than the last one anyways. Because I like the Mevians. I think the Mevians are pretty good looking cities. Just that the mud buildings kind of get boring after a while. And I do like the grandstone appeal of things. So I wish they had a grandstone variant or something. You know, like ornate crystal walls or something. Be very cool. But so far we're doing pretty good on food. And I also meant to say I have rations being made out of meat. So these guys are fracking away at that. Looks like these guys aren't keeping up with the herbs. That's gonna be a tougher one. We might need to get a bigger field. But we'll give it a go. We'll see how it works. As you can see, I got them trading over here. They've got people living over here. They've got clay being mined out here. I also wanted to make... I think I want to make a... Well, I don't need coal now that I'm not using the bakery. We're making spears out of rock and stone. I mean, I'm right here. I might try to just get a smelter going. Saves you a hell of a lot more money than you think. Ready? Lock that in. And then there's room for people to live in here, so let's put a few more houses. Yep. I don't want to jam pack them too tightly in here, because I have a good way of putting wells now too. My idea is that at the end of roads, especially towards like dead ends, I put a well. Instead of having the well in the center here, where they're forced to all join together at the same well, I have the idea that maybe if they're further away, and so far, my theory has proven pretty well. So like with this situation here, there's no well in here, so they're going over here to get the well, or here, which forces some pressure on that spot. So if I wanted to actually get rid of a little bit of the issue, we could put a well potentially in here. It's not a perfect spot, but we might be able to get away with it if we... I want to see... Because there's quite a bit of space for housing. Give them some space to cross over there. With some more housing. So that's 50. That's pretty good. Get to line up, but it doesn't matter anyways. I'll probably fill this whole area in anyways. We also have a lot of baby makers. I'm trying to go for that native population. I feel like it's really worthwhile. I feel like a well right here would probably solve a lot of problems too. Let's see what we can do. I think I can fit the well in there like this. Yep. Go. Give them a new bench. So we took away their benches. I have the guard post right there. I don't think I need another one. There we go. Yeah, it's still getting a lot of services. Must be because it's between the 2 points where they meet here. This is the kind of shenanigans I've just been getting into now. It's just min-maxing every little building, all its potential. Alright, put some roads in here. Then we'll dismantle this well here. And I know it's got good service, but I don't want that to happen. I want it to get spread out a little bit better. So we'll try to put another one. That's gonna get just as much usage. Hopefully it gets spread out a little better. give me a warehouse for all the ore. Now the question is, do I actually want to use my valuable wood for making coal, or just do this? I'm probably gonna do it this way. Fortunately, I gotta take away one of the pasture stock, because this is the spot where the coal is, right here. So annoying. I could have edited it, but I just want the coal. Give me the coal now. Plus, this zone has like very good fertility or foundation, so we can utilize that. I'm not even gonna have a worker here, because the second this gets filled, one of these two ore miners will take the excess and put it in here. How's this building doing up here? And I have the same kind of system going on here. You know what I might have to do? We're gonna build a warehouse for herbs. I don't know why warehouses are just more efficient than haulers for some reason. Give me some of that herb. So they're making me about 22 per year. Now, if it's about 1.3, it's not too bad. You can roughly get 8 rations out of 1. But we're gonna need more. No, you get more than that. 0.13. Oh, but you get 3 rations for the 0.13. Oh, that's why. It's not 1-to-1. That's pretty good. Still gonna need more, though. And I think this is just good fertility anyways. I'm also thinking that it might not even be worth having these slaves. We're not going to be as good as them, but I think it'll just be smarter this way, because truthfully, I don't want no dang dirty fucking pig people in my city. I don't want to even see them. Not until later in life. Maybe one day I'll look at them and I'll feel something other than disgust, hatred, and vitriol, and violence. Whenever I see a pig, man, my morale, they drop my morale. They inflict insanity debuffs on me as a human. It's crazy. Can't stand those bastards. Yeah, what? We lost two herbs per slot. I think the key here is I actually want to turn this guy off right now. And we'll close this guy down. Stop collecting that herb. As a matter of fact, get rid of it all. That way they will collect the rest of it and bring it down here. And I think we need to do that. Because it's going to be smarter to have bigger fields. Potentially larger yields. So that's 94. 130. I'm willing to spend some money on getting that up done too. There we go. Check the workers that are working in the field from the noise. There we go. That's what I like to see, bros. Get that field done. How we doing on housing? I feel like, yeah, it's definitely some people house issues in this area. The problem is I want to keep them as close as I possibly can to their water. Let's see if that works. And if it does, oops, we'll do this. Oh yeah, I don't need to worry anymore. There's no more Kryptonians. Goodbye, Kryptonians. I hardly knew ye. Nice. These guys hate their lives. These people specifically. I'm pretty sure they absolutely loathe farm work. Nah, it's only 50. Everything is 50 for them. So that's good. It's not gonna be a failing grade, you know, but... So, produce 17 per year. We had 12 workers on 2 different farms producing double that, but I think it's because this is the first year. We'll give it a look-see here. I also think, yeah, we're gonna take away their favorite foods from here. Nobody's being executed. And killing them in the arena just to kill them would be good, but our guys don't like the arenas. I don't even think they go to them. They don't care for them. So it's not even gonna give them any value. Well, it takes 20 innovation. Because I want to kill people in the arena, but I don't want to waste my points there. Maybe we just enslave. It gives you a bonus to your law. I'll give it a go. Worst case scenario, I just get rid of it. Alright, so we go to law. Slaver. He doesn't have to be too big. He's only gonna be enslaving like one person. This is a rare punishment. Designed for like the very worst of people. There we go. That immediately boosted our law all the way up to the sky. Because we had them executed and someone was stalked. Okay, so I wish you could set like an execution every like month or something, you know? Because what is that? What is 10%? 10% of all total people, or 10% of the time, or what is the difference? Also, where the fuck is my fish? We need some immigrants just to go get us some more fish here. There was something else I needed to do. Oh yeah. A warehouse for coal, I should say. Then we could start making our own metal. And for some reason, whenever I build up metal or whatever, like materials as amphibians, I just stack it. I don't know how. I really do get like a lot of material very fast. So we need the metal smelter. Might be just worth having him kind of on the corner here. It's gonna be a small building anyways. I'm gonna see how efficient. It's just not very efficient. I'll give it a go, but like when you set them to go get 2 different items, they don't collect them fast enough. Yeah, I just know it. I'm not gonna do it. Because they only need like a tiny bit. So that should actually be good right there. And then we do the same. We might not be able to actually fit even the smallest of warehouses right here. The most minuscule. Yeah, I saw that coming. Alright. We can do something different. They don't really need to make a lot. This is just so that we have a production for it. Actually, switch that around. might have to change that anyways, because we have to get some lights in here. Worst challenge with them is that they have a huge maintenance cost. Change that. Just makes more sense to have it on the road proper. How you doing? Yeah, I got a corrupted save. Unfortunately, my entire freaking city got corrupted. And I lost it. I could go and try to get it back, but I really am not interested because the way it ended last time was just kind of a bummer. I got declared war on by like all 5 or 6 of my neighbors. I think it was like 7 actually, but it was a lot of neighbors, and they all got really mad at me. For no reason at all. I didn't even do anything. And then I beat up one of the enemies that was coming after me, and I thought that'd be enough, but it wasn't. Yeah, that super army that you're talking about was one of the enemies that declared war on me. They went like hog wild on me. They all my neighbors immediately started to like pounce on the position where my properties were. Like each region, they went towards them. And I was like not very interested in trying to deal with that stuff. I think what I'm going to do here is we're going to switch this over to spears, actually. Switching this over to wood. And then we have this new guy over here. So, yeah. I don't know. I really am not enjoying later game Songs of Syx, but I'm very much enjoying earlier game, which is kind of stupid. And, I don't know, I might have to do some mods. Someone has been trying to get me to do a mod that they've been asking me to do for a while now. Or, not a while, but they've been asking people to do. Which helps the, world map generation issues and stuff like that. We want to have a fair amount of workers here. I mean, that's good for me. 36 guys is about as many as I really care to have in here. So I might spread it out a little bit better. Have them closer to the edge. That's actually gonna be 48. That would be much better. There we go. So this new building will be for carpentry. It's just gonna make the loudest fucking noise as possible. I'm gonna stop caring too much about noise after a certain point. We'll have this guy store wood. That way they can access it very quickly. And then we'll have a building outside of it for furniture. Yeah, 1,000 is pretty good, but no, they didn't destroy me. I actually beat them. I was beating them all. And I had a plan how to beat that army. It just, the game got corrupted. And after that, like, after the save got corrupted from, I think as my population or something, AI happened, or world map generation happened, and just sent me to oblivion. It's very upsetting. But yeah, Syx is very much designed for you to like play and come back to and play again after you died a few times. It was 8,000, I think, 8,000 something. Don't get me wrong, I wish I didn't have to, but I think that the thing that I had done which made my city a much more challenging endeavor for me was that I had made it multiracial. And I wasn't going for like a min-maxy style, I was actually going for like fun. And that was just making it much harder for me. But, I don't know, it was even kind of funny because I had to, or like I submitted it, quote unquote, to the like dev reports or people in the Discord, and they of course had all kinds of stupid, like minute complaints about my city and the way it worked. They're like, "Oh, you have such high services and you have so many things." Da, da, da. And it's like, yes, I had a lot of things, but it's necessary. It's not like I want them. I wish I didn't need half of what I have. Or that it was easier to maintain. Human only is a particularly good one. I'm coming back around to it, but like this whole like game corruption thing, this is 2 corruptions in a row in Songs of Syx, so if it happens a 3rd time, I'd have to submit a save and fucking do some work to try to figure out what's going on. I don't believe it's my computer. It really shouldn't be. If it was, that'd be very strange. But it's very frustrating, and a lot of the people like I was talking to in the Discord didn't seem to understand my frustration was that it's the time I put in mixed with the end result. It wasn't like I finally got to the point where I was happy in my city. It was more like I got forcefully evicted from my city. And then everyone's like, well, that's supposed to be fun, bro. That's the fun part. You put in tons of time and then you get nothing out of it. That's life, bro. Don't you fucking like life? Don't you want to play games with life mechanics? Then a mugger comes out of the game and fucking stabs you. Yeah, man, it's real life settings. You never expect the mugger coming out of your computer screen and stabbing you in the face. It's the last thing anyone expects. But I'm being over... what, I don't know the term. I've lost all common sense. I lost all hope when I saw the victory that I went through. The like elevation of emotions, because I think I was against like 1,100 or 1,200 people, and they were very well equipped and pretty well trained, and I had like the crappiest mercenaries, like 3 groups and 1 group of like horse archers, and I somehow managed to beat up an army like triple my size. Yeah, exactly, Miguel. Like I wanted to be able to be like, yes, this is my best city ever, and now I can make a better one. But now it's more like, this is the city that got corrupted after the city that got corrupted. It's like back to the the start. Not the way I wanted to do, which was like a victory parade and fucking have fun or get my shit clapped by my neighbors. I was okay with that. I had actually made the bed with the term that if I got beat up by them all and I got sent into like a death spiral, I might have rode the death spiral out, tried to see if I could pull out of it. It just as an example of like what you can do. But yeah, it just didn't work out. Rest in peace to all the people who lived and died in my city. They were beautiful. And now, Xanax, Xanx, Aeon, all these people are the people that I spend my time with now. Different faces, same old streets. New challenges, new ups and downs, you know? Humans like slaves. I believe. Actually, I think they're indifferent. Humans are surprisingly indifferent to a lot more than you'd believe they, or think that they would be. Where, like, it's why I say that they're not as bad as people make them out to be. They really are very tolerant people. They don't mind when you're intolerant to other people. It's weird. Because I can check, let me check. Oh, it's disliked by them. Oh no, that's their slaves. Yeah, they like it. Like, we hate slaves. I dislike them and both territories. But you know, it's funny. The Garthimi don't care if they have their own species as slaves, but they don't like other species being enslaved. I think that makes sense. I guess they think that it's okay for them to be enslaved, but they don't like the idea that, you know, other people might be as well. Just another reason why Syx is the best city builder in the fucking world. It doesn't make sense and it just works. Todd Howard. Jake Howard. He's like, fuck it. It's 20,000 more maintenance points. 500 more janitors. You know what? Triple knowledge. This game is a real life like fucking, you need to spend 2,000 hours to get to 2,000 people. Watch them real-time form as fetuses in the womb. I need to get those Steam dollars out of you. You fucking son of a scumbags, man. That's what Jake wants. He wants, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if this is true, this might be a lie, but I think that they get paid not only by sales, but by hours played in their game and players playing the game. So if a player is playing the game and there's like a lot of hours in their Steam library, I think it counts for that. It like gives them a little bit of like royalty money or something. But I could be wrong. Could be very wrong. But if I get paid for people watching me play video games on YouTube in the past, I think that they will probably get paid for uploading a game and then having people still play it to this day. Based on the same principle of Steam makes crap loads of money and they can give it to people. No. There's someone else that does that, Donnie, and there's a few others that they're much better at, you know, socializing like that. I'm not a very social person, and I also have a very bad like time schedule management thing going on. So it's like I'd have to like find the dedication and the energy. I feel like I found a very good niche of where I want to be, which is sitting here and having fun, doing my own little goofball shit, and then You know, if a person needs help, they know I exist. They just pop in and they ask me questions. And then I give them an answer, or I can show them if I have available, like, stuff in my city to do so. But when it comes to YouTube videos, the only types of videos people will see me making are going to be like the custom battles, stuff like that, because those are very good for, like, not just like reach, but they're also like something I'm interested in and fun. Like, I actually enjoy doing, so it makes sense that I would do them. But in terms of videos, it's like very far and few between. It's not my main interest anymore. Give these guys some lights. There's no beauty builder? I like to think I try to do beautiful, but I don't think that they're the most beautiful. A lot of players I've seen make, like, cities in the past make, like, actually beautiful cities that are just so, like, magnificent. But, you know, the worst part about Syx is it's only so creative. It doesn't really encourage creative city design, especially in real mode, like normal mode. Plus the fact that, like, it's a 2D top-down kind of city game here, where, like, Manor Lords is very beautiful. There's a lot of other games that have, like, very nice crispy style to them. You can make cities so unique. Yeah, that's how they are angry. They prefer other slaves. I think most. So out of the races, these guys, Amevians, the Cretonians, and the Dundarians don't like slaves. Garthimes like slaves, actually. So I was wrong. They like slaves, and they don't care if their own race is slaved. Humans like them, and Telepi should like slaves. Yeah. But they don't like if their race is enslaved. I think you, in a way, but to be honest, Purple, it's like a head flip, you know, a coin flip kind of toss on how efficient and how creative you can be, depending on, like, your skill level. Like, a new player getting in and trying to do what I'm doing would find that they are missing something, and they would struggle. But I've played so much that I see all of the issues that could potentially go wrong, and I cover them very fast, just due to trial and error. That's what I mean. It's not creative. Like, you can, at a new level, like, get very beautiful cities in Ostriv or in Manor Lords or any of the other styles of games like that. But Syx is a little bit more work. But I don't know if I'm a good candidate for, like, efficient or beautiful. Why is this? Come on, brothers. Telling me that this has been sitting there doing nothing for how long now? Well, they have no more fucking goddamn furniture. No, I don't think so. I mean, the Cantor offer you very little in the way of a soldier as the fact that they die and then they're not recoverable in that sense. And then they have huge access and service needs and environmental needs. And they also are just big bitches, and they're good at jobs though. Don't get me wrong. Like they're the peak at like their construction based jobs. So like for example, any job they do clay or they do it 200%. And they don't have a fulfillment on it though. So I believe that does create an issue. So they're good at it, but they don't like doing it. So they basically just want to be in your city doing nothing. But the jobs that they like, which I think they literally like doing just service jobs. Like working in... When I had them working in temples. Doesn't even look like... Yeah, they were working as temple of authority creatures. So that they had full fulfillment, so I didn't have to worry about them. Like, rioting. I think they like being guards. But like I said, they're really not worth the fucking countless amounts of hours. Yeah, they do. So this guy, hey neighbor. Morian the Defiler. He's got 57 troops. Wow, that's crazy melee training. Like, that's a fucking mean army. Even though there's 16 guys, they have 8 morale. Our guys are literally like fucking dweebs compared to them. Well, I'm not fucking paying them. That would be stupid. I'm pretty sure I can beat the fuck out of them. And if they kill me, then the worst I lose, they just travel to my capital and probably take some shit on the way there. Speaking of which, where is it? It's over here. I should probably move that. Scares me is that they actually do have pretty good weapons and equipment, so they could theoretically kill me, but based on my tactics, I should be good. We also have the high weapons, which is what we need. Those bowmen, though, I have to get, like, into where they are. Because they are gonna pick me off like nobody's business. Run up on him, get as close as possible. These should be the bows. They're firing. See, they already managed to kill one guy here. Actually, you know what? Form up. Charge, because we could probably do more damage. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to get them just for the, like, appearance of them, it would probably be worth it, but it's a lot more challenging. Hopefully these guys will break them. And the vast majority that we just lost were the, like, actual bows hitting me, the arrows. Because they were going to do more damage that way. I'm more worried about this group here. Because these guys are actually very good soldiers. Try to push through these guys. Kill them. Main thing is trying to keep that formation intact there. If it stays intact, they get a bonus. They're almost dead. Yep, they're fleeing. Right. Charge. We do need to get a little bit more training going for our troops so that we don't have those deaths. Trying to get them to like create an actual formation. There we go. Come on. I don't think we've killed one yet, yeah. Now we are flanking them, though we will. Do not try to get out. Stop that. Trying to break out. I'm gonna try to push him back in. Fine, if you don't want to do that, we'll go this way then. We'll combine up on these guys. We just need to break their morale. Try to push these guys with that flank there. They perfectly managed to get out of these positions and fucking start cutting my guys down, which is pretty annoying, actually. Because they're such small groups of guys, which really doesn't reflect how, like, real bodies work. Because they would have been dead. Like, I don't care. This many guys with spears around you, even low tier. Try to kill that little group there, but they still seem to not want to die. And my big worry is that when these guys start opening their flanks up, I guess they're only spearmen. Very hard to see which formation is which in here. Okay, I think they broke. Here we go. Surround these fools. $35 is a lot more than I'd like to lose in a battle like that. Get out of my face. Righty. Well, we just lost a bunch of people, so let's get 50. How many can I train? 56, not bad. Go. Check a good old couple houses in here for him. Yeah, it was tough, but luckily our guys pulled through. It was just by sheer numbers. Hopefully I can probably do this and then... Actually, I want a more maneuverable group. So we'll keep them at 50. Oh, we just got a title. We got nobilities. Alright. What's the first noble position? Of course we want noble of fisheries. Simple as that, right? Then, probably want another noble. It's the noble of carpentry, or woodcutters, I should say. How is his background, like, changing colors there? That's strange. Trying to think of what else I care about here. Definitely herbs. Nobles give a 2+2 bonus to all workplaces that they take or they work for. So each worker that's gonna be there under that noble, so it's up to 50 for the first rank, they're gonna be getting, like, you know, 50 times 2, so extra 100 or whatever potential materials that could create. So it's like the herb farms, now that I have, like, let's say the herb farm here and I have 16 guys, is gonna be, they're gonna be at like a 2 bonus here because of their nobility. So where they normally have a skill level of, you know, they pretty low skill level, their moisture, the climate, etc. But the nobility is gonna kind of like level it out there a little bit. But with like nobles and fisheries, for example, it's much better. Where I have a good species, my experience. Oh yeah, I forgot experience is something that matters too. Nobilities and then the technology. But the nobility is not covering all of them. Yeah, the nobles can really make or break a city if you don't put them in the proper jobs. I tend to do them based on like what my priorities are, so like food and wood and stone. So far we're doing particularly good though. Crafting metal. Of course our maintenance is always lower than our production rate in this game. It's hilarious. And keep in mind that upgrades to the nobles cannot be taken away. Their promotion here, this little up arrow. So if, for example, you have like 128 like I do, if you up this here, it'll cover 150 potential fishers. And you also have this one, governor, and they're going to give you 20 points, but each noble upgrade they get is going to be boosting that by like 40 or whatever, like doubles it. It adds a lot. So you can get pretty far with just one governor. Like I say, I've been fighting on your behalfs in the Discord because this type of stuff is things that just are fundamental and don't really get acknowledged. Like, yeah, you get a little pop-up that tells you about it, but it doesn't really explain, like, just how good they are. And, like, for example, regions. I'm, like, already considering getting a region at, like, this point at 500 population. Like, I'm just rearing for one of these neighbors to fall so I can just come over and take their territory. But I'm not going to start a fight with one. It would be a bad idea. Yeah, see that? The noble I got? Instead of what I was making, which was like fucking 20, I'm making 38, 40. So I basically doubled the potential that these 16 herb farmers are producing for herbs. So it makes certain things that you might not normally have viable, or makes certain things that you're using very, very good. Like having the boost on the Globdian pastures as well as producing the fish is shooting my fucking eggs into the space here. So I could potentially boost food. That's an interesting thing though. You can't make rations out of eggs. And they have fucking so good. Oh my god, their shelf life is so long. Holy crap. That's actually substantial. I did not realize that that's how good eggs last for. Holy crap. I was expecting them to have like a 50% deterioration rate, but that is amazing. That is fucking phenomenal. Let's get some big ass. This is gonna be all for eggs. Fucking McDonald's is gonna be very happy. Gonna be our primary sales. Egg McMuffins. That's what they're eating. Eggs and fillet of fish. Egg McMuffins and fillet of fish for the Mevian boys. And we'll make little restaurants all over the place. Little corner restaurants for them. Mickey D's. Mevy D's. Fucking goddamn it, man. That's crazy. That is so much eggs. I usually don't have eggs in my city. They store better than mushrooms. That's very, very helpful. That actually makes the Mevians much better. Because all other food has a huge decrease to the rate of which they can store it. Like the decay rate here is so high. The only other food that comes close is rations. So storing eggs and rations is gonna be just as good. And they like vegetables too. So we might start producing some of that. But in the meantime, let's forage it. There's nothing more beautiful than seeing a freaking lizard man out there working the fields. I am playing usually, so the way that my streaming goes is if my girlfriend comes home, I just stop. So for the most part, I'll play up until that point. Probably gonna go to like midnight if I can. I have this new cool smoking emoji here, so that I can show people that I'm on my smoke break. That way I don't get people wondering where I'm at. Although I don't know if they ever do. They probably recognize that I'm doing something. What size ratio do I use? It depends. I don't really base it on ratios. I usually base it on the potential food that's stored there. So for example, if I'm feeding a race only one type of food, I will make it much larger than I potentially would necessarily need. For example, like this market might even move, but I usually will make a half or quarter size market compared to a food stall. And I've been told by people that smaller is better in food stalls. I really don't believe that, because you can see my service is constantly at a low rate, but you can see the main reason the service is low over here anyways is they can only store 52 potential food, or roughly like whatever, 280, and they're not keeping up with all the storage that they need to keep up the services. If they had all three of these foods, they'd have roughly, you know, 500 or 700 food sitting there, which is good. We want that. Also, I think I need some more fisheries going down here. But my principle of playing Syx is like eyeball it. No, not in this city, but I will if you have to. Like if it's necessary, I'll even give them rations. You know, that's what those rations are for. Is in the event that my city starts to like collapse, I'll just give them ration access. I hate that. I hate that it says 25 and then you go to do it, it doesn't give you 25. Why lie to me? Breaking my heart, Syx. I'm going down a path that I just can't follow. It's like I don't even know you anymore. I forget what... like, honestly, I know the quotes from movies, but I don't actually know the movie that I'm quoting, which is hilarious. I know that is a quote from a movie, but I can't remember what movie that is. I think it's Spider-Man. Maybe. Spider-Man 3 or 2. Classic fiend. Forgetting everything. But it really varies depending on the fulfillment here. So you can see I have a good fulfillment rate and my expectations are relatively low. If I get to a point where I need higher fulfillment, I will try to do things like that. But as it stands, just having the amphibians by themselves with no real issues, we're doing pretty good. And you can see environmentally that's like the 98% on the lighting, the 100% on the water. Noise is a little bit of an issue here. I could fix probably by just like adding extra layers to walls and stuff. But even then, that's probably just them getting the noise from walking into the area and being in it all day. I try to focus on food servings first and foremost, and then food days. That's what I've been told to do. Speaking of which, let's make sure they're not eating vegetables. But, like, this is why I tell people to play Amevians as the first race they play. They have caveats that are not the best, but they are, like, that battle, anyone could have won that if they just played normal. But the thing that I think a new player wouldn't have known is that those archers would have tore them up. really something. Like, it wasn't worth letting them stay alive. I had to crush them or basically lose huge numbers of guys. Because every time those 24 guys were going to fire, they were going to potentially kill up to 10 or 20 guys, depending on how good the shot was. And that's something I can't risk. Not possible. Can't do it. But I think the Amevians also have the best chance of being on multiple parts of the map without really needing help from the others based off their fishing too. So for example, if I wanted to just set up a gem mine over here, I could pretty easily just have, you know, a guy fishing here, well, hearth, house. That's it. And then a janitor for it. And the same will probably go for like. We already did that for the clay, so we don't really need to do too much else. And this clay I probably will access like late game, but it's not my main concern right now. Because I think I could probably shove like, yeah, I could definitely get around 100 or 2. As long as I can get 150 on there. It's mainly my stone mine that worries me. We have this one here too. We'll have to remove half this building for it. And how many babies do I got? 96. Pretty good. Look at that. I just like want to run down the like aisle and smack all the eggs. Just like smack them. They definitely like ostrich size. Wow, it's really hard to say ostrich. That's my accent. Look at that. That's fucking crazy. My good God, brothers. Please stop producing so much meat. I need you guys to start selling this stuff off. Probably up this too. Matter of fact, just put it at max and then export anything over that. Right? So 2 workers to this. Same with livestock. Now I see why other people tell me, like, oh, they have no problems with races having food. Fucking pastures, man. Especially when you have a race that is good at it. Like, these are cooking. 138 eggs per day per pasture. Roughly. Or this one's only making 50, but still. Look at that. That's a lot of food. And then we have this too. So, what is it set to? 220. You better not go below that, you son of a bitch. Go. Actually, I don't even need this to be working right now. I don't know why I had it. I think it's because I didn't have enough wood and then we got the nobles. Trying to measure out how much space I have here. Because I want to turn some of this area into a warehouse. I think I'll do this instead. That way they can store vegetables and eggs down here. What is up, Donnie? How are you doing? How goes it? I have 96 babies right now, working away. I'll probably build a few more in a minute. Matter of fact, that's a good idea. Let's make sure there's some good foundation. There we go. Oh, that's nice. I thought tutors were supposed to be, like, on demand. But that's good that you can contact them. So, we'll set that to eggs. Give me a guy for that there, and then we'll set this to vegetables. Give me a guy for that, too. And then this is going to be for stored fish on the side. Get that clay back in there. We got vegetables coming in. Easier to train these 50 men guys up. Because my city's save got corrupted, unfortunately, because I have no clue what's happening in Syx anymore, and I'm fucking apparently not good at it. That was the Discord's answer for most of my problems. It seemed that it was, no, not really, but more like they just kind of were like, they ignored the fact that I had gotten a war. It's a combination of two things. Every one of my colleagues had been conspiring to start a war against me. They declared world war. They rushed to attack every single region within the first second of declaring that war. And then I beat one up in like a very tough battle, and then the fucking game saved corrupted. So it was like getting smacked in 3 different ways. Very annoying. But I'm still here. I'm still kicking. I didn't hear no bell. Yeah, it seems like that's something that's a common occurrence. And like I said, the Discord's response was more like, someone basically said that I was crying because I fucking lost my city. And I was like, I'm not even remotely crying. If I'll show you crying. I'll actually fucking cry right now. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's weird. It's a situation that's like, half of them agree with me that it's not, like, that's something they've seen. And the other half is like, we try and just start a new city, you fucking idiot. Please, stop it. I do not want to. I wasn't ready. I really wanted to keep going. I had a lot to do in that city. and it was my best so far, but to get that like determination to build up to that point again is gonna take a lot of effort. Like, it sounds like, what do you mean it takes effort to fucking play a game? It does. It takes a lot of effort to fucking play Syx for some reason. Especially now. A later game, it just feels like I'm logged into fucking math school. Reminds me of typing games. You know those typing games? That's what makes me feel like. No offense to people who play typing games for fun. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to go for something more fun here. A little less, like, min-maxy than I had before with, like, the whales in every corner. The only thing I have like that right now is, like, the guard posts. I've been trying to, like, put wells kind of more off-put from the main roads, especially, like, this one. Well, that's actually a pretty good one. Trying to avoid over-populating services and stuff. Linux, yeah. I don't even know what I'm playing half the time. To be honest, I don't know how to describe Syx anymore. Let's bring this back to storage. This here. But I'm addicted to my pixels, so I gotta hit the pixels once every day or twice every day, or I start to have serious remission, and then I fucking crash out on the Discord and I fucking bully people. So I tried to call the police on me in the Discord today. That's how bad it's getting. Like a criminal. Like, they're like, please help. They're like, please, mods, help. I've been assaulted in the streets by a wild fiend. Like it's not the fucking internet or something. Yeah. Well, that's why I told the people, like I always say in the Discord, it's like, the only reason that you even see me in the Discord, on the public Discord, for fucking Syx is because I'm upset. Something is wrong with the game and I need that to be addressed. But otherwise, I wouldn't exist. Actually, no, I did exist in, like, a positive regard. I always was there answering people's questions, especially because I like doing it. I have them, on my... I'll send them later. It's very funny. Because the stuff I was saying is very tame. For, like, what they tried to get me banned for. I was basically... Because the thing that they were saying is that it's... I hate that people think that Syx is a smart person's only game. Like, you can't play it unless you're smart. It's not fair. I think that it should be accessible to all intelligence levels, like, to a degree, and then depending on how fucking smart you are, you get away with some crazy shit. And I was basically saying, because they were saying that for the most part everyone in this game is stupid, like, who plays it. And I was like, well, that makes it seem like you have that perspective of reality of everyone else around you. If you think that if other people are all stupid around you, it says more about, like, your social skills and, like, who you are. That's basically what I said. I didn't even insult them. I could have thrown an insult in there, too. They didn't even screenshot the most obvious one where I told them to lick my nuts. Which I would have laughed at. It's not even about intelligence. It's more about, like, the style of a gamer. Like, I believe someone was... He was just saying it earlier, like... He didn't even know, Miguel didn't even know that nobles were so good, you know? And that's something that in the Discord people would be like, well, duh. That's their response. They'd be like, well, duh, you idiot. Do you know that? And it's like, that's very off-putting and offensive to be, like, so demeaning based on of, like, not knowing a mechanic. No, it's not a French guy. I don't know who it is. His name is No. gnome something. But I mean, to be fair, I was bullying them at a certain point because I got fed up by like they basically were telling me I was crying about my city's fucking corrupted save, which, to be fair, I think it's a pretty reasonable cry. If your city gets fucked up and you put so much time into it, yeah, exactly. I just find it as a humorous event, to be honest. Because otherwise, if I take it too seriously, I'm gonna actually crash out. Especially in 6. Could be your humor. I mean, I think I share the same. I come from like a long line of trolling people online. That's a good term to use. Grifting, I guess, is another term. Now, grifting is scamming people. I don't scam. But in a way, I do enjoy the thrill of bothering people. Watching them squirm. But I don't like to punch down. That's my thing. It's very annoying. Like, no, because my intention's not negative. My intent is that I want this game to be accessible. I don't like turning your community into an inaccessible, like, it's only me who can play it and I'm the best, so only I can answer the questions that people have. It's a very like I don't know what the term would be for something like that. Strange, I should just say it's a strange thing. It's very annoying to me. Oh, I know what gets reactions in 6. I know how to rile people up in 6. I know how to rile any community very quickly. But like I said, nothing I'm saying is intentionally negative towards anything. It's mainly like pointing out flaws, fundamental flaws, especially like the world issues. Apparently it's a known bug that the world just declares war on you. That they do it for no reason. Even if you had good relations with them, they'll still do a whole war, like World War thing on you. And that's very annoying. Like, that's... I should have let them do their harvest. I'm stupid. But, I don't know. It's like I've said to the Discord people, or 1 or 2 people, it's like, it's not my place to, you know, edit and make the game for Jake and make everything the way it should be. I can only do so much. Which is just add my complaints and cry. And lament my lost save file. Lament the city that was once real and no longer is. But it's the flippancy at which people will be like, "Oh, just go build a new city, bro." That's what sets me off the most. I'm that kid that when he builds with Legos, he likes to like look at the Legos after he's done. You know, some people who do that might understand what I'm saying. I gotta look at it. I like to see them in their formation. That's the same with 6. I want to see my city in its formation. And that's why, honestly, at this point, it's like... that's why I'm not even rushing populations or doing anything, because it's like, this is basically what 6 is now. Just enjoying your dude's movie at 250,000 times speed. And then just watching this... Oh, yeah, my warehouses are full. Oh, this isn't full, so I need to fill that up, and then things like that. I'll put some infildo... or, whatever, Globdians over here. Speaking of which, where should I put them? Probably right here. but based off of what I've seen, I think that I have the most, like, average, like, lukewarm takes in Songs of Syx. So, I feel just when I get a little butthurt about certain things. Because I think that a lot of people will just not say anything and then just fucking uninstall and move on the rest of their life. And be like, I'm gonna go play Manor Lords now, or RimWorld, or whatever other game I was playing before I played this game. But I've built up, like, a loving relationship with it. So I'm not gonna, like, just break up with my girlfriend Syx here and fucking leave her. I'm gonna try to make things work, you know? All the tender loving that we've had together after all this time, I'm just gonna fucking abandon it. It's not how I work. I'll just force it into a a shape that I want it to be in and domestically abuse it. That's the way you gotta treat relationships. Manipulate, control, demean, bully, ostracize. I'm just naming off the worst things you could possibly do to somebody. But yeah, that's essentially how you have to treat Syx. Get what you want. Just be a horrible person. Enslave everybody. I mean, hell, slavery is a good thing in Syx for the most part. 50% of people in Syx agree that slavery is okay. And that's based on legitimate facts. Actually, wait. More than 50% agree that slavery is good. Just so long as they're not you. So long as they're someone else. That's fine. That's fine. I want to get, like... That's why he should add, like, bakery goods or something. Like, turn these eggs into, like, something. You know? Because now, what else do you do with them? You just eat them. So I'll just have tons of egg storages, probably. Yeah, the Garthimis, I don't think they even care. They like slaves. Wait, no, they like their own people as it. Or other people. But they don't give a shit about their people being slaves. So when I do the Garthimi, I'm gonna run them ragged. I'm going to be, like, the most brutal on the law. Look at our law, though, currently. It's not often I get to see this. But it's based on the fact that I'm enslaving people if they do break the law too much. And I'm executing the rest. So far, we haven't enslaved anybody, but if it comes to it, I'm fully committed. Also, we could probably give them better access to stone and wood now, considering how much we have here. But, I don't know. I try not to complain too much. Definitely, like, my worst feature is complaining in life. My most fatal flaw. The fuck is going on over here, bruh? They don't have metal storage. I honestly kind of wish I did Garthimi, but the only reason I didn't is because we just did a mountain map. And truthfully, I like to go for, especially with these newer runs, like, I have to go for, like, the ideal city first. And then maybe later on I'll try something weird. Good lord, look at all that. Already. Producing tons. It's honestly not even worth ever using fish. Just fucking store that there and then... Dude, Globdians for the win, man. Holy crap, they're so good. It's really occurred to me too, though, that like farming is a vital thing. But as humans, I don't farm other things besides grain, and I ignore pastures, and I ignore all the other things that make cities a lot easier in Syx. Like having this right here with this much meat just chilling and constantly flowing, and then these guys flooded with food. You couldn't starve in this city. It would be impossible. And it just makes it so much easier to run based on that fact. I might have to open up a door here for them. Not very interested in a big one. I just want to hit this zone. Oh, actually, fuck. There we go. Eight grade figures. It's crazy. Get rid of these stupid grain jobs. That's much better now. Looks like they're not keeping up with the herbs they need in this zone, though. This area is just too good to pass up for herbs. It's 176, but it's just too good. And like I said, they're gonna have to do jobs they don't like doing, aren't particularly good at doing, for the betterment of fish kind, of lizard mankind. We should have a lot of babies too. 133 babies. Good lord, they're very quick at trading. Makes me want to make like 3 of them. Makes sense why they don't need physicians, because they get full food servings pretty fast. Like, it's only in cases like this where they can actually, like, keep up with this. where there's literally buildings on top of the food stall producing food for them. And there's no reason not. The sky's the limit right now. When's the next rank? 1,000. Go. So these two guys are going to start producing the vast majority of our herbs for the whole city. Hopefully, for the foreseeable future. We also might edit this zone. Let's cancel these jobs first of all. Get him a road going through here. Like that. I want to turn this whole building into warehouse space. So we're going to move the meat here. Then we'll do the same with an herb building. Kind of saw that coming. We'll do that instead. And then they're gonna need a door in the front to get out. We're gonna build a large ration building here. Crafting rations. Of course it's 8 wide. Why wouldn't it be? It's never going to be full, so I'm going to build it pretty large for now. Or rather, I should say it's not designed to be full. Right, pretty good. So we can dismantle this, and we'll do that in a second. And then we want the janitor building to get a little bit of an upgrade too. Now I don't want them to be able to get through this zone, so we're gonna do that. And it's got a fair amount of work to do in here, so build them up a little bit. There's a space for haulers right there. There we go. I know I have one over there, but I just want to have one here as well. How the fuck can you not put that there? That's strange. Why can you do it that way, but you can't do it that way? Matter of fact, we could actually just... There we go. That way we can remove this gentleman and this one, making one big ass ration building to compete with the other one. Dang it. That's annoying. Immediately better than what we had, though. There we go. I don't get what they built there. So that's meat. One worker there. Herbs. One there. And this guy's gonna get to work pretty well. Challenge is keeping up with these herbs, but I think we'll be good. Very nice. Get that built first. That way they have some extra training over here. So long as their doors are not facing that area, we should be fine. One remnant of my old city. Or rather, the old design I had. Well, that's not good. I didn't tell you to do that. There we go. I will get them upgraded versions, yeah. Surprising lack of criminals. Could it be that there's just no law in this area? And that you people are acting lawless? There is always a need for law. Oh wait, shit. Fuck. Crap, I planted them right on top of my opiates. I'm pretty sure they come back, though. Like a fucking noob. I wanna, like, surround where they are. It's like most of this area here. It's like a sanctuary right here. Don't touch it. Although I'm not even storing opiates. I'm just waiting for like a neighbor of mine to die. Maybe I'll start making some clothing too. Okay, do that and then crafting, carpenter. Oh wait, not carpenter, sorry, tailor. Doesn't even need to be that big. We do want to give him some space for the noise reduction. Six guys. Should be more than enough. There we go. High green magnetic shock. So, this is a very good question, and thank you for being a long-time viewer. I really appreciate that. When you have a large army, it's always going to be up in the air between not only the race you have, but the equipment that you plan to equip them with, and also potentially just who you're facing, which is kind of the like randomness of it. I think that if you are like Amevians or Dundarians or Talapis, some of the stronger, more melee focused or brutal races, you can kind of focus on having larger, like, group armies with less training. But you have to keep in mind that, like, for example, just even having all of these guys, if, for example, something happened to my workers or something happened to my labor population, they would have to come back here and retrain. For example, these guys, 50 of them would have to sit here and train to 50%. So that kind of caps your population's overall army to a degree. So you'll always be like trying to get those fully trained, especially if you have them set to a high level. So that's one thing. So if you don't have enough access to training grounds and you don't have enough populations, like you said, that's your workforce, it's really hard to maintain training for long periods of time, where you can quickly train up 100 or 200 guys to 0 melee training and just give them good equipment, decent equipment I should say, at least full weapons and some armor. If you can afford full armor, go for it. But those guys are going to be particularly good. They'll be much better than they used to be, especially the 10% is over the value. So consider 0% as base value for your troops tier, and then anything above that's better than base. And so you could efficiently have, 150, 3 or 4 groups of 150 low tier conscripts and push back. I did it earlier. I beat up a raider who had a very well trained army, but he didn't have a lot of soldiers. Like, these guys only have 54, so for the most part I could beat him. But like someone like this, 138 guys with my army of 400, if they were all low trained, I'd probably have a hard time. But because I have these 2 guys here training up, and smaller groups seem to train faster, it seems like, so keeping these guys in small groups but well trained has served me well. And that way they maintain that training pretty quickly, and the training ground literally stores 50 or plus 50 guys. So assuming I want to train my 50 troops regularly, if you had 100% training, they'd be training all year round. So if I wanted to do that and just keep 50 guys in training, I'd want to keep at least some space on the side for the low tier troops to get some extra training. But I think it's kind of advised to do a mix of both. Because those guys that are stronger are going to be doing the clearing, and your weaker guys could just hold numbers. Especially as spearmen. Spears are essential in this game now. I think that any player who's starting needs to go straight for spears. You can accumulate a ton of them, and you can equip your troops very well. But yeah, I'm loving the military, at least. I think the military upgrade has been very good. And once I get the other 2 training grounds, I could potentially get more people training, so I'll have the 2 of these guys training up at a time. And keep my troops, like, super equipped. Try to focus on some leather, maybe. Speaking of which, when I get livestock upgrade, do I get it for all races? Yes. So it might be worth getting some auroch pastures. Okay, so if you're a native-only Kryptonian city, you're gonna want to do literally always mobs of large groups, like 200. 100 is your lowest, 200 is your best. Obviously, that's the max, but you want to keep them about there because Kryptonians' morale debuff is very serious, and if they're low trained and low population numbers on their like actual regiment, they will collapse seriously. But if you have large numbers of them, I would put them to try to get to at least, for if you had 1,000 or 200 population, your first group would want to be about 50 guys or 100 guys at about 20 to 30% training for melee with spears. And it seems hard to do, and it's gonna be really tough, but you want to go for woodcutters And even though you're Kryptonian, you're gonna want a stone cutter too. The stone mine. Where is it? This little guy. And if stone is, you know, it's making a noise around here and they don't like doing the job anyways, you want to put some walls around it. That might be a good idea. Things like that. Keep it quiet for them around the area. But that will help you produce what I have going here, which is carpenters making spears. Even just 2 or 3 spears being made per day is good, and you can make up pretty good amounts over time. Or you could sell food and items to purchase your equipment early and maintain it that way, and just keep your guys equipped that way. But that depends on how trade savvy you are. I think I want to put more temple or shrine over here. Yeah, they did get that back now. And the best part is they don't need the opiates, so I could theoretically just sell them. I don't give a damn about opiates, because they don't need hospitals. They in fact dislike hospitals. But Kryptonian native only run is like, oh, R tier challenge right there, my friend. Because the Kryptonians naturally are just not very good. Yeah, exactly. The spears adds a really good defensive meta for Kryptonians, especially. I think make a good use of it in other armies. Pretty much all armies will make good use of them. But just especially you can defend pretty well. Like if you can get your Kryptonians some leather armor, and you could just have a hunter or whatever, or you could have them go in and do an orc pasture. As a matter of fact, I should probably just do a hunter. I don't need to get a whole orc pasture. And then you can just collect leather like that, you know, and make body armor, turning in at least a few like pairs per day is good. Okay, nice, I can do it like this. Alright, get that going. It's not that the Kryptonians are hard, he's just doing a native only run. So to scale up the population, he'd have to focus a lot of his energy on producing vegetables. And they eat a lot. Yeah, and their production speed is very bad. It's not that though. It's that they eat so much and that their production of like their population is so fast you lose track how quickly they can get there, and then you hit like a spiral. I think I understand a lot of what his challenge is coming from. Is that the Kryptonians, and it's why I say that they're the tougher race, because they are simple but complex. It's not only their industry, but it's more so like their focus, what their focus is and what they seem to want to do and what people put them to doing. Like I told him, we should be, if you're a new race, no matter what, or new population, you always want to go for stone and wood. It seems the most crucial, and you always want to have them on a mine, and a woodcutter. I don't care what anyone says. No matter what race. Garthimi, Kryptonians, etc. And even things like this. Because they all have like a 50% fulfillment on it anyways. Brawls are easy to control. Once somebody said it earlier, I think I can't remember. I always forget names that are all like pushed together. For some reason, large capital names stick in my brain easier. But he was saying that I had helped him with my information, telling him to segregate his population, and that he no longer had problems with brawls. So it's really about just how far away you're separating your people. Yeah. No, what? It wasn't you who said that, was it? Because someone else said it too then. Because you weren't here earlier when I started. And, me talking about trading, or I've lost track, sorry. It's the time delay in this fucking thing. But I would say that the Kryptonians are the hardest. Oh, zone my population. No, I wasn't talking about the zoning the population. I'm talking about, like, you're saying you have brawls as an issue. If you have your people living like this in any fucking fashion, they are going to brawl. So in my other multiracial city, I had them, like, at least this far away. Like, very far. And I had not a single brawl. And I had every race. They all fucking hated each other. But I think also you have to keep in mind that your base race's hatred towards other races seems to create more hatred towards other races. Like, it seems to create, like, a spiral effect. So, for example, if I tried to do anything with the Mevians, with multiracial, I'd have a bad time. But because I was Dundarians, and Dundarians actually like everybody. So, that was kind of why I think I wasn't having many brawls. Yeah, I honestly don't know. Like, I have fun doing monoracial cities. I always have. I don't mind doing them. It just seems like it's still not very well implemented. Because they're considered easy in the sense that their essential tasks are very low, and what their services are not particularly high. Like, they don't really care for a lot of things. Their resources that they need, but it's supposed. Like I said, it's not true. Because, for example, they need not only flower beds, they need torches and trees. That's huge maintenance costs on all three. Stone and wood, I should say. So those two are going to be huge. Then you have to build round buildings, which is annoying. Space, they like space, so that has to be houses spaced out. Lighting, they don't like most building types, and they prefer to be near trees. Road preferences based on cut stone, I believe. And then there was another thing that makes them fucking really annoying. Oh, they got rid of it. Urbanization. Some races don't like this, and that could create a real problem. But they just aren't. They aren't all that. They have shorter lifespans than the average, like Tilapia or Amevian. They also are just fucking fat, and they eat a lot. If you click on them, green, they're often, if you go in here, it should be in their properties tab. I don't remember where. But a lot of them, there used to be a trait that said glutton. Oh, see, trait lazy, competence. So under one of these, I don't remember which one, in their personality, there's also other ways. I think it's not just conservative, but they have like gluttonous as like a civic food thing, where if I can find their behavior, what they eat, or something like that. There's a lot of details that people miss when they're playing this game, though. Like soiling. How fast the species gets soiled. I think Kryptonians actually do have a higher soiling rate. Yeah, I can't find where they eat from. They're a lot of lazy. They also are insane. Yep, they get very insane. They have a lot of fucking mental health issues. I don't know what Kryptonians' deal is. Like, they are a very tough race. They're not easy. And the gluttonous trait, I believe, makes them eat. Where they would normally eat 1, they'd eat 1.5. So if you had them at like a 5 ration, they would be eating like 7.5 rations instead. Which is like at fucking huge numbers. Like, they really don't do very good, in my opinion. Not as good as they should. Speaking of which, we're gonna need another fishery here for the boys. And it's why I base a lot of my opinions on Kryptonians. When I say the game is broken, it's usually because I'm basing it on how Kryptonians play, not how I play. Or what other species I play as. It's saying I cut off a spot. Oh no, it's just cutting off a spot, it said. There we go. Their peaceful trait makes them, like, very low morale as well. And it's different when a unit breaks. It's not like they all just fucking come back to your city. They literally just die, all of them. And that can cripple you. I've had that happen. Just ends you instantly when you come back to the zone. When you have like 2 or 3 of those 200-man groups breaking. Happened as Garthimes to me. So this is sweet water anyway, so it's not going to produce as much. But we'll get a couple people living up here. They're going to start living in the beautiful zones. Nice old hearth right here. Nice. So if you want my opinion on what you should do, it's a little multiform, but it might be a little easier than it seems. Make a small city for each race, right? And I'm talking, go for Garthimes, go for Armevians, go for the ones that you might not want to play as or might be tougher. And let me go to the titles. Each title boost you get now is going to interact with the next one. So for example, every time in a city you craft 100,000 goods, which is pretty simple really if you're just crafting carpentry, you'll get there, especially as just you're playing. This is very easy to get. You can have it with each race, and then when you go back to play as their Cretonians, I think it'll get up to like, because this is with 3 of them, there's 6 races, so it should get up to 0.3. That way you'll have a huge bonus on titles. And play through them as far as you can take them, learn their race a little bit as a mono, like just a single race. And don't be afraid to like die and lose or restart or whatever. I played a new city daily when I started. I played a new city coming home almost every day from work, and I would start a new city. And it was just, that was the way I played it at first. And I didn't really feel bad, because I didn't want to go into the Discord and get fucking bullied for not understanding the game. And that's kind of the response that a lot of them seem to still have. They weren't as bad back then, but when you do that, you'll kind of not only give yourself the boost from the titles, which is what makes my cities much better, is having that boost really does make a difference. You know, it makes a race that's not as viable go pretty far. And for example, there's some really good titles where I have, what is it, the Mad here. Having 200 deranged is so easy. So easy. Just don't have a physician, or whatever, the asylum. And most people don't even get that chance anyway, so if you get to like a couple thousand people, you might hit the range 200. And then having this title in the next city, or the serious city that you want to do, you'll be able to get, you know, a 15% boost to sanity. Then the next one's probably double that, 30. So it can stack pretty high, and that negates a lot of the issues that these races come with. But I wouldn't recommend diluting populations with multiple races unless you're willing to commit to the fact that they might have variable differences. Like, for example, Cretonians and Dundarians don't mind being together, but you have to really work hard on giving one wood, one stone or mountains, and one this and that, and the different food types and stuff. It's kind of annoying. But I think the easiest would be is Cretonians and humans with Dundarians, for sure. Because they all seem to share similar food types. Actually, no. Cretonians, their food types would be a little bit off, but the Cretonians farming for the Dundarians wouldn't be too bad. Stuff like that. It's up to you, you know? That is the nice part about Syx, is that there's a huge chunk of replayability in there. I think Emevians are the best, though, for a new player. Someone who wants to do, like, fun, build your own city style, like, native population, kind of like I'm doing. Because I've got quite a lot of babies going. And you could just put a show on in the background and just relax, like... That's why I wanted to get into Ymir. I think it's called Ymir, or whatever, Ymir. And honestly, I think I'll try to, like, one day when my community's large enough and I have enough, like, people to join me, I want to, like, start community games like that. Like, I don't know if Syx will ever be multiplayer, but just for, like, the chill, no rush meta kind of bullshit, I want to just play the game and have fun. That seems to be, like, the #1 trend in people's gameplay, is just bum rushing the end. And then questioning, like, why is it not fun? For me, I'm not even bum rushing the end. Like you, I want to just build my native city with, like, happy-go-lucky guards and, like, the super tough troops, well-equipped and all this stuff. Like, I'm just LARPing here. I'm not really interested in anything else. Jesus. So the Cretonians and the humans brawl because of stuff. I don't even know that. But my humans and my Cretonians were having a good time. Like, I don't know if you were following Green... Magnetic in the last series, or the last streams, But my humans and all my like populations were pretty good. It's just I was focusing on their base fulfillment, which is food, their access to food, etc. How much are you guys producing? 12 a day. Feels like they're not even getting... I would have imagined this to be like full by now. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that, like, it's like believing in Santa Claus in Songs of Syx. Like, he's out there. Merry Christmas. There's something in Songs of Syx that's making it not do the thing that you want it to do, and it's something to do with the way you're playing, and you're dumb. And it's like, come on, please, just stop it. Stop that nonsense. It's stupid. Like, see, exactly. For example, when I had my Gertimi in my other city, I don't know what was going on, but like randomly they would just drop happiness really bad when they were being born, and I couldn't determine what it was. But then they would recover, and it wouldn't matter. Their happiness would shoot back up to a height that it wasn't at before, or prior, I should say. So something made them unhappy, which wasn't an event that was like depicted or told to me. I didn't see. Whether it was them being born, or them being born with no services, or anything, I have no clue. I'd have to go, like, research and find that out, and then come back and figure, like, change whatever I did wrong. Which, it's kind of, like, redundant. But that was something I was facing. I only had 590 of them, but, like, every time a group was born, they would just be pissed off. You're welcome, Green. I think that's a great, like, newer, like, just to get ingrained into the game player thing to do, because there's some really easy titles. Like, I always get the base temples, like, or not the temples, the base titles very, very fast. So, like, nudist, time played, population, no clothes. And that gives you a speed bonus. I already unlocked that for this one. The Lord of the Seven Kingdoms gives you government points just by having 7 regions. Merciful, just having good mercy, killing 2,000 people. Population, stuff like that. But actually, that innovation one is tougher. I wouldn't go. Don't do first of their name. Do not do this one. Ever. It's very tough. The naked one is the easiest one, and the speed boost that you get from it actually can really make a difference. Because if I look, let's see what their speed is. That's their acceleration speed. Their base speed is 4.5, but the title's giving them a 1.8 plus there. But that's because I haven't added. If I went back and started again, I'd have. No, it's right. It adjusted. Yeah, but you're an experienced player, Donnie, so you know how to do it. Yeah, I think so, Green. I think that there's a lot of hidden mechanics like that that interact with the game in ways that... And it's funny because I don't know if I was like making videos at the time, but I did predict that in the past. I might have said it to myself, where I was like, I think that there are mechanics that are just invisible, and I just don't understand. And I thought like I was just coping. Yeah, it's something to do with the what the humans did to them lore-wise. They touched them on the butt. In the no-no zone. On the Kryptonians' no-no. And they were not happy about that one. And they filed workplace harassment charges on them for it. I haven't done enough of them to tell.
especially not in recent times.
I think that a lot of populations will get stagnant if you put them together. I was having that problem until I boosted their food. But no one that plays this game is building rations like Jake wants. Unless they're like us, who are forced to do it, know how to do it. Yeah, but that separates you from the rest of the players, because even I struggle with that. Like, I have, how many fucking nurseries right now? Do I need more? It feels like I need, 4 more hatcheries or something to keep up with these babies trying to hit new populations here. Because it takes fucking forever. Doesn't feel like my population is rising. But I don't think immigration makes a huge difference towards their happiness here, because it's the 6 points, 7 points, you know. Yeah, they really are very tough. Garthimi are the easiest, obviously, but the thing that makes Garthimi's challenging is their meat production as well. Garthimi's consumption of meat, they also have gluttonous as a trait. You know what sucks though, Donnie, is that Amevians take 80 days, and you know who else takes 80 days? Humans. So why are they the ones that supposedly take so long to grow? Huh? Because that doesn't make fucking sense to me. That's not reality. If a human takes 80 days and a Mevian takes 80 days, that makes the humans the Mevians. They're one and the same. Yeah, but it's the shape of the multi-crawler. No, they take 80 days. Look at that. That's messed up. Yeah, Garthimis are done in a week. You consider that a year takes 16 days. It takes a long time for those people to get born and fully grown. Once you get a stream of them coming in, it's pretty good. Collect from there instead. They've been 80 days since the dawn of time for the humans. For as long as I've known the humans to be born for procreation, they've been 80 days. Which sucks. Sucks hardcore. Major donkey dig. That's what it sucks. I think they've always taken the same as humans. But I really do wish people well in their cities, because that native-only Cretonian build should be the fun one. That should be you're playing and you're enjoying yourself. In reality, it would be the hell run, where you're Holy shit, why is my city exploding? Like, they're planting... They're fucking... The IRA is here and they're planting fucking bombs under fucking food carts and blowing them up. They're fucking... Terrorist organizations are forming inside my Kryptonian city of 400 people. I don't know why. That's what's happening to people.
They didn't go to Syx University like us, Donnie. I have a fucking master's, bachelorette, associate's degree in Syxology.
I've taken all the classes. I sit in on lectures for fun. I do homework that they didn't even assign to me. I'm like a tutor. Actually, I am a tutor. My job. I'm a Songs of Syx tutor. If Songs of Syx... This is the thing though, right? If Songs of Syx was easier, I wouldn't need to tell people or help people in any fashion. So there goes like the fucking vast majority of people that would even enjoy my content. Besides for the terrible humor. So it's like... People would wonder, like, I should have a... I should want people to not enjoy or play the game to the highest capacity. I should hinder everybody and give you bad information. In fact, the Kryptonians are the easiest race. This is factual. You can't even attest to that. They're also the best at melee. For sure. The highest morale. And all you need to do is put them in a mountain and focus them on smelting. Actually, no, they actually are very good at smelting. Their occupation, if you look, they're the best at smelting. At 110. They are the best refiners in the game. That's a fun fact for people. So if you can get them to do refinement work, you can sell the excess stuff that they produce. Make some money. True. The Kryptonians are actually exceptional miners. And they love slaves. And executions. And watching violence. Preferably, you'd like to have as many murders as possible. That's what I wish, though. That's what I always kind of wish that you could do, is have, like, a city that had, like, chains and, like, all these terrible things. Like, when I first played the game, I had this great, like... People might see it still. I don't know. I don't see it anymore. But when I first played the game, I felt like a kid again, with, like, that creativity that you get, where you see things that aren't there just because you're imagining you're there. And, like, especially building execution grounds early on, always felt like you were making it, like, dreadful. Like, it was, like, just dirty and grimy, and I always wanted to see, like, areas start to get, like, yellowish or brown and green with trash on the ground, like SimCity trash, you know? Where the ground does break and you get deterioration and stuff, but it's not the same. Like, people throwing up, like, that kind of shit. Like, I don't know, I've always wanted it to be that style. They drink outside the tavern, throw up on the corner of the fucking building. Stumble around. They do stumble, they do get drunk, but they don't do things to that extent. But there was a discussion earlier too about, like, going for alcohol. You know, it's basically right there. It seems pretty easy and obtainable, but it's not. It's not as simple as it appears. Although I think it might actually be as simple as it appears for me. Because what we got right here is a situation where we have a crap load of clay and we're not doing jack diddly with it. So we should throw in Potter building here. Maybe for clay. Wait, how far is the clay? It's over there. Probably just keep that as extra storage for now. But what I will do is take away the worker that's in there. There we go. So they're gonna start making pottery. We'll have them storing the pottery right here. And then we will have a brewery. Give them a little warehouse though for grain. Oh yeah, we need coal too, fuck. Oh, we've got coal. A decent amount coming in. Why am I making a brewery? Why the fuck not? Why the hell not? Just to prove that I can. There we go. Let's get you an actual doorway into this building. So that should be good. Play. 5 of you there. I don't know why I left something like this. I know why. For an entrance. Way right here. Okay, that has a doorway. Okay. So this will be for grain. We'll pick up the rest of the grain on the ground. It's pottery. There it is. I missed the old menu when it was easy to find everything. Although I don't know if it looks the same. I think it changed back a little bit. Felt like it used to be a lot simpler and easier to find everything. Nice. So this guy probably dropped down. I'm wondering if it wouldn't be just worthwhile making charcoal. Dang it. I'll have to do this that way. So we'll have the charcoal kiln there. A little bit of a warehouse right here for some wood. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Because I need to build out this right here. So that it doesn't have the noise bothering people. And then that's good for that. Yeah, there's no way they're gonna ever fill that up. That was gonna be all liquor storage. Not a chance in hell that they'd ever fill that. Right? Looks good. Then we can chuck a couple people in here. Poorly insulated. How the fuck? Fine. I'll show you poorly insulated. Take away all your walls. Just get a little hauler right here for the excess coal. And the workers there will start bringing it over. And then I can just set this up like that. Well, that should work pretty efficiently. Nice. Now, why do they need alcohol? They don't. I just want it. Seems like this area does get a lot of services. Give them a better hearth access. Dang it, I hate when they don't line up properly. So we're making good progress. Where's my smelter? There he is. Gonna have to edit you. Challenge is I built them way too small in a place that's kind of off put from where I need them to be. I think we'll put him here. So this will be for coal and ore. You can dismantle this here. And then we will build a metal smelter this big. Nice. Perfect. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. If only I could actually see through this blue. It's so blue. It's blue abadiboo. Alright, that should level it out. Are you serious? Tell me I have to make more. Oh, whatever. I'm importing it too, so I really don't care. For the money I'm making on other stuff. Can't change it. I can't attack or do anything here. I think I know what I gotta do. Let's see. Wait, this is our region. Shit. It's much further than I thought. So we want to get to here. He's gonna have to go through all of these different regions just to get to us. But it's got the mines I need. Oh yeah, these guys are more than capable of taking out that entire garrison. Worst we lose is these stupid mercenaries. And it's in a close zone, so we'll be able to quickly take it. They better fight me. They're not gonna fight me. Well, I'll wait it out. How much do I need to keep to not 30,000? Jesus. It might just pay off though. We have plenty of rations and things to sell if we need to. Weapons and things. Matter of fact, let's just sell a little bit now, like, in case. Actually, no, that's fine. And then we'll do that. Because what we can do is turn... They're also useful. We need 25 people. We can get a few more nobles. There's no reason not to. What is this? Go to workplace. Oh, it just shows where their workplace is. Oh, you're no longer a bum. You're somebody. We'll give you governor status, because we're gonna need it. Ration makers might be useful. They don't have it for hunting. We're gonna become potters. Gonna take a few days. Damn, 25 feels like a lot of people working here. Yeah, 183 per day. Get some more divisions. Oh yeah, we have technology now too. I mean, I really don't care about any of these technologies right now. I think this would be a good idea, and then, oh, we need paper making too. Fuck. 5. I'm willing to take a little bit of something out of something here. This one here. That way we can get paper making. Luckily there's wood right in front of them. I didn't want to put another one of these in there, but that's fine. Alright, like that. Keep an eye on my money, keep an eye on the siege. I seriously doubt that this will fill up. But this will be for paper. All of you babies are gonna go to school. School of Rock. School of Mud, actually. It's a better form of music, actually. If I do say so myself. The good old mud music. Now we have a lot of potential children. See if we can't get this to work out though in our favor. 65, 76. 80. Probably do the rest with the carpets here. Because 76 babies is pretty good. Chuck that in there. That might be my girlfriend coming home. I don't think it is, actually. I think it's one of my roommates. Can never tell. Hey, what's up, Syx? Long time to see. How you been? The mercenaries seem to be kind of like a randomized thing, as I lost some mercenaries that I didn't even lose. I just disbanded them and I didn't have the access anymore, but they seem to switch over time. They just change. Yeah, you kind of are out of luck for a while. I think that they do flip and change, but it's also determined by how many regions you have. So when I capture a new region, they're going to offer me like 20 more. Also, if you want like a kind of clear idea where I like stream, it's usually like towards nights. And now that I'm working a new job, it's usually after 7 p.m. Especially on the days that I'm working. So now we have this region here. Keep these guys. But like you can see, I just unlocked 2 new groups. Not a lot really, but... or 3 actually. But it's pretty random what they come with. So this is going to be for paper, correct? Yep. But yeah, it's definitely not a fun situation when you run into that, because I was luckily able to take my first region thanks to my good mercenary boys. They didn't even want to fight. Very good region. Surprisingly. God. Very fair. Well, I mean, ore would probably be the simpler one for me, because we already have good stone mines going. And we can probably get rid of you now. Wow, he literally just doesn't even have enough. Is it the distance? My goodness. It's partially, I think, the distance. Well, they might be just good for taxes at this point. $400. So it seemed like that solved our problem. Just waiting. And then the population chilled out. Not too bad, not too bad. Looking pretty good. Still have some knowledge to use too. May as well use it there. We'll let the pop hit, because it's gonna hit 678. We don't even need to worry. Yeah, look at that. I'm gonna start teaching our babies. Educating them boys. Hopefully these guys will keep up with the stocking of paper. Not producing enough. How about now? Well, we got rid of... Probably put you over to paper making. Immediately made that better. So if it takes 19 for this one school, that's 76 potential children, but we have 128 children. It's exactly half. If we could get another one. But I don't want to put it on this spot because obviously there's not a good level of foundation there. Yeah, I think we do it there, and then what I need to do is put a janitor like this. Yeah, they're not using metal inside of it. Or are they? No, they're not. Paper, though. We're gonna need a bigger crafting building for this. There we go. This is a test. I think I hit the numlock button. Yeah, I did. Jump scare. Sometimes I accidentally, because my dash key is my mute, or my unmute, and my star key is my mute button. So that way you guys don't hear me cough. I gotta be quick on the draw though. Right. So they should get to doing that. Might as well chuck the rest of my boys in here. Do I not have a furniture? Of course I don't have a furniture, because I'm dumb. That will make my life infinitely better. Wood, though. Do something like that. Technically should have made the noise reduction in this area too, but a little too late for that. keep up with this. Although, do we have no? We do not have noble upgrades. That's stinky and smelly. I had a feeling we'd need some more housing over here soon. The biggest challenge I've been running into in this zone is that services seem to pile up pretty fast. Go. So technically all of our babies should be getting indoctrinated. And that will boost our ability to Globdian and fish and other work. Hitting those globs. Oh shit, we don't have any light going down here. Something like that. Give them some lighting. Yeah, that's a lot of ore. I think that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. We'll see you all in the next one. Perfect timing. Be ready for the battle of the next one.